Hey, third grade, welcome back to another math lesson with the read, draw, and write strategy. This is Mr. Roney from the Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship, and let's get ready to practice this strategy together to solve two-step word problems. So we will start off here at this whiteboard and take a look at our first warm-up problem. Now, I know we said we were going to do a two-step word problem today, and we are, but we're going to start off with a one-step just to get our brain flowing and getting used to drawing some pictures again to solve our problems. So if you remember, the read, draw, and write strategy has 3 steps. First, we read and we underline what is important. So let's read the problem that we're going to do together. It says 9 kites are flying and some fall. Now there are 7 kites. How many kites fall? So I'm going to circle the fact that underline the fact that 9 kites are flying. I'll underline that some fall. Now there are 7 kites. How many kites fall? You know what? Everything in that is important. So I'm just going to underline it all. And the question we have to answer is how many kites fall? And they've already started to draw a picture for us and a number sentence. So they've kind of done the draw part for us. Now, we've been talking about tape diagrams, and that thing that they drew is just another form of a tape diagram. So we know all together we have 9 kites, okay? And the picture that they drew of these 7 kites shows us the 7 kites that are still up in the air. 7 still up in the air, which means in this spot right here, how many fell if there are 7 up in the air and there are 9 altogether? And that's right. There are 2 that must have fallen if there were 9 up in the air and now there are only 7. That means we must have lost 2. And if we check our answer with our number sentence, 9 minus 2 does equal 7. And then we label our answer by saying that 2 kites fall. So we got a little bit of help with that problem. Now we're going to go off on our own and do a 2-step problem. But that was a really good representation of what the read, draw, and write strategy is all about. Let's go to our next one now. All right, now for another example with our read, draw, and write strategy. And with this one, we do have a little bit of a picture already started for us. But let's read the problem and start from square one with the reading parts. So, the Shirt Shack has 438 t-shirts at the end of the day. Then they receive a delivery of new shirts. So I'm going to say then they receive a delivery because it happens after they already have 438 t-shirts. So here's some details about the delivery. The shirts come in 4 different colors and there are 8 shirts of each color. So this is all the new stuff that they're getting. How many t-shirts does the store have now? So we're looking for all together what the how many t-shirts we'll have. So we already know that we have 438 to start with. So let's leave that part on its own and let's worry about the shipment of t-shirts that arrives later in the day. And so the shipment is 4 different colors and 8 shirts of each color. And this picture really helps us figure out how to do this. So it's kind of set up in an array right now. Another way that we can do it, the way that I like to do it, is a tape diagram. And we've done this a lot in the last few days here. Eight t-shirts here, 8 more t-shirts here, 8 more t-shirts here, and 8 more t-shirts here. How many do we have all together? So now we need to come up with a number sentence that will help us solve this problem. And if you notice, we have 4 groups of 8. Another way to say that in math terms is 4 times 8. equals something. 4 times 8, which is basically the same thing as 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. So if I already know that 8 plus 8 is 16, so I know that this part is 16, and I know that 8 plus 8 over here is 16, we could turn it into an addition problem. So 16 plus 16, I'll just line it up here. 6 plus 6 is 12. I'll write the 2 in the 1's place here, then bring the 1 over and regroup and give that next column a 10. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So 4 times 8 is actually 32. Ooh, that is messy. And I'll write it over here. 4 times 8 is 32. So, what do we do with this group of 32 shirts? Well, we have to know how many t-shirts the store has now. So if we know they got 32 more when they received a delivery, we have to do an addition problem. So there's not really a great picture for us to do this addition problem with. So let's just do it in the normal way we know how. So let's line up our numbers. Make sure the 10's place stays together and the 1's place stays together. And that you always start over here in the 1's place. So we have 8 plus 2 is 10. Put a 0 here. Bring a 1 over in the 10's place. Then we have 1 plus 3 is... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to do 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus another 1 is 7. And then 4 plus nothing there, that means we have to just bring that down. And we have 470. So the answer to our mystery here, how many t-shirts they have, now we would write something like this. And I'm going to put a text box down. Okay. The store has 470 t-shirts. And that's the writing part. So we read, we did the drawing, and we wrote our answer. I'm going to circle my answer when I'm done. I always like to do that. And that's how you solve a two-step word problem, my friends. So to review what we learned in this lesson, we learned about the read, draw, and write strategy and how that can help us with word problems. Then we learned how to break apart the problem and understand it using pictures. Then we learned how to write our answer and label it the right way. So the read, draw, write strategy is what we're going to be using probably a lot this year. So even if you don't have it completely down yet, we have a good introduction here and you can keep working on it later in the year. Now, time to go over to the Google form, and if you notice, some of the problems that I did here will also be on that Google form. So if you paid close attention, you'll have a head start finishing that. Good luck, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.